I was starting an exercise program, especially if I hadn't done it for a very long time, or maybe ever, these are the exercises I would start with. In fact, if you went to the gym, I would give you the same exercises, just maybe on some equipment instead of a chair and some dumbbells or cans of beans or whatever you have. But remember that you might feel good while you're doing it, but you want to know how you feel the next day, because that matters. If you do too much at once because you're over enthusiastic and super motivated, that happens once you start, and then the next day you can't get out of bed or can't stand up from a chair, that makes it less likely you're going to do it again. So start small, do less than you think you should. Like 1 set of 10 is a perfect way to start, because then tomorrow you can figure out, that really hurt, or that I didn't feel that at all, and then you can make adjustments. But if you have done that in the past, or you have got extra motivated and now you feel like you can't exercise, just do a little movement until it feels better. Don't do nothing, but don't do exercise until you feel better. The beauty of these exercises is most of them you can do with body weight. You could do with dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you could hang on to 2 cans of beans, whatever you have. You could do that with resistance bands. You don't need a lot of equipment, and they're pretty simple to fit into your day, no matter where you are. You could even do them at work if you wanted to. Are you ready to get started? Number 1, let's do some squats. And there's so many variations on squats. If you think, oh, my knees hurt or my hips hurt, just do knee bends. But if you can do a squat or a sit to stand in a chair, that's a great exercise. It's the best exercise. It's my number 1 exercise. Everyone should do some version of a squat. If you're using a chair, stand with your feet shoulder width in front of the chair. And then you're just going to go back like you're going to sit down. If you can touch the chair, great. If you can, no problem. But the idea when you're doing this exercise is to keep your knees in line or behind your toes. Nice flat back, chest up, and just up and down. If you want to use weights, you can use dumbbells or 2 cans of beans, whatever you have. Down and back up, keeping your head up, shoulders back, knees even or behind your toes. Push up through your heels. Do 1 set of 10. If you want, you can rest the dumbbells on your shoulders. That gives a little bit more impact on your bones if you're worried about bone density. Some people find it easier to hold the dumbbells like this, but the exercise doesn't change. If all you have is a resistance band, could be one of these, could be the ones with the handles on the end, to do a squat, exactly the same. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Bring the resistance bands up to shoulder height. Sit down and push back up. Exactly the same. Sit down, push back up. The benefit of squats is it works lots of muscles, so you get a lot of return on your investment, your time investment. So that's why I say start with 1 set of 10, because tomorrow, if you haven't done this for a long time, you could feel a bit creaky standing up, and you want to be able to do everything that you normally do the next day. But it's an excellent exercise. If you can't go all the way down, just do knee bends just as far as you can comfortably. Remember to keep that back flat, chest up, shoulders down. Start with what you can do. Should not have any pain. Don't push through any pain, just stop, and we just adjust the exercise if you can't do that one. The next exercise I would do is some kind of pushing exercise. So this can be any type of pushing. So this works your chest and your triceps, a little bit of your shoulders, a little bit of your core, because you want to keep your posture good, but it can be against a wall. So we're just doing a wall push-up, flat back, hands under your shoulders, push away from the wall, come back. Try not to have your hands up here. You want to be in line with your shoulders. If that feels too easy, try it to see it. First, you can do it on the back of a chair, as long as the chair is A, not on wheels or will not move. You want it to be solid, so a kitchen counter, a table, a very solid chair, but it's exactly the same thing. Flat back, shoulders down, push yourself up from the chair, keeping your body nice and straight. If you have a resistance band, you can wrap it around your back. Same thing, you're just pushing straight out, or you can wrap the resistance band around a banister or a pole or something else that doesn't move and walk a little bit farther away. That'll give you a bit more resistance, or just hold the band a bit closer so that you have more resistance on the band. So that's two ways you can do some kind of pushing exercise for your chest: wall or chair push-up, and if you can do it from the floor on your knees, or you can use a band and push. If you have your dumbbells or your cans of beans or whatever, two similar heavy objects, you can do a chest press on a bench or on the floor. Do something for your back now that we've done a chest exercise, and back exercises involve pulling. So anytime you push, you're using your chest. Anytime you pull, using your back. So resistance bands are great for pulling exercises. This you can wrap around something that will not move. It's very important that whatever you're pulling on does not move. Or you can sit on the floor or on your bench and put the resistance band around your feet, sit up nice and straight, pull back and think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, your hands face each other, shoulders stay down, nice flat back. If you want to make it a bit harder, turn your palms facing the floor and go out more like a T. This is one exercise that's very difficult to do with your body weight, because aside from doing pull-ups, it's really hard to find something that you can pull on. So a resistance band is fantastic for these. If you're using your dumbbells, you can do one arm row, flat back, pull up right to your body, down nice and slow. Make sure you do the same on each arm. Or just sit in your chair, lean yourself forward, flat back, pull, pinch your shoulder blades together, come back down nice and slow. If you want to make it harder, just turn so you're more like a T. Those are three exercises you can easily do anywhere at any time, and they would work big muscles of your legs, your chest, and your back. And now we're going to do three more exercises if you want. If you just started with those three, that would be perfect. 3 more exercises you can easily do anywhere at all. One is a shoulder press, so working the tops of your arms and your triceps. And with your resistance band, you can just, to make it easier, you sit on the resistance band, hold it behind your shoulders, push straight up and back down to shoulder height. Once again, make sure that you are sitting up nice and tall. This is very easy to do with dumbbells. The dumbbells in front of your shoulders, push straight up and come back to shoulder height. So this position with your hands in front of your shoulders is a little more forgiving. You may be wondering, what about my core? So first of all, if you're doing squats correctly, standing up nice and tall, using your abdominals to keep that good posture, you are using your core. Same with the push-ups. You want to keep your body nice and flat. But now we're going to do a couple of exercises that work that area specifically. You're going to lie on the floor with your knees bent and your hands beside you, and just push your hips up, squeeze your glutes, and nice and slow roll back down. If for any reason you're doing this and you don't have a place to lie down for lots of good reasons, or maybe you're sitting in a chair somewhere waiting for something to happen, you can do some ab exercises sitting in a chair. Once again, a chair that doesn't have wheels, but you just put your hands across your chest and lean back until you hit the back of the chair, and then come back to straight. You should feel that in your abdominals. It's pretty easy. This is a really good starting place if you haven't exercised for a long time, and the farther back you go as your abdominals get stronger. Now, there's many ways to work your core. Those are just 2. They're simple. You don't need any equipment, and you can do them anywhere. Remember, Start small, 1 set of 10 the first time you do everything, just so you have an idea of how you feel the next day. And then you can start increasing the intensity by changing the exercise if it's too easy, or adding more weight, or changing the position of your arms. Pushing or pulling with your hands facing each other close to your body is easier than pushing or pulling with your hands farther away from your body, just lengthening the lever. But if I was going to start an exercise program and I kept making excuses because I didn't want to go to the gym or didn't have time, just add one of those into your day. So when you wash your hands, do 10 squats. When you're waiting for the kettle to boil, do 10 counter push-ups. And by the end of the day, you probably have done quite a few exercises. So remember, start small and see how you feel. And if anything hurts, stop doing it. But you don't need fancy equipment to start doing your exercise program.